Hey everybody, this is Greg with Fit for Expedition. If you're looking, I'm trying to get my chair comfortable here. If you're looking for Fit for Expedition, you found me. Today we're going to have Gina from Van Life with Gina as a guest, but not until the top of the hour. But in a few minutes here, I'm going to bring up Kenny Fordman, aka Kenneth Oaks, and we're going to talk a little bit. And I actually want to ask Kenny what he thinks people should know about my channel if they don't know about my channel. So that's one of the things I'm going to ask him. Also, he's going to do a taste test of that salted nut bar that we've been talking about for 2 weeks on the live stream. So that should be fun. And, we'll see what else happens, what else we can get into. But have your questions ready for Gina when she comes up. And also, any mods that are in here, make sure you share your channel in the chat. It'd be awesome. And let's go ahead and get started here. Get set, go. I was just noticing how short my hair is in that trailer. It's kind of funny. Let's go ahead and bring Kenny up. Let me figure out how to do that. There we go. Hey, Kenny.
Howdy.
Hey, you can hear me okay, right? I just noticed that it looked like my mic was muted, but maybe it wasn't. Hopefully it wasn't. So what's going on, Kenny?
No, not much. I hear you. I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna have Gina on the live stream today. That's a big deal.
Yes, I love her channel, and I love what she does on her channel as well. So
yeah, and she's helped so many other channels in this community too, which is really awesome. She's
I hope to eventually get to meet her in person one day.
Yeah, me too. That's one of the things I want to ask her about is if she plans to leave Oregon, travel at all, and also if she is planning on going to the Oregon meetup. But we'll get to that eventually. So Kenny, before we start,
yes,
you received a salted nut bar that you're gonna do a taste test on. But before we start that, I wanted to make sure that I thank the members to my channel. There's only 3 of them right now: Sharon Lewis, Marshall of Mellow Nomadic Adventures, and Mo Bang Foyo Bucks. And I just wanted to play this. How's that for silliness?
Hey, Tracy and TGIF, Mellow Nomadic Adventures.
Yeah, let me get in here and see who's here. Let's go ahead and say hello to some people, and then we'll go ahead and get on with that salted nut roll. Destinations Delight.
Thank you for Destinations Delight.
RVing with G was here. They were both here kind of early. Naj is here. Thank you, Naj. Hey, Naj. Dream on Wheels. Travis and Yanai are here.
Hey, Dream on Wheels. I'm watching your replay now.
I was just going to tell them that.
On my other tablet over here. I was actually asleep during your old live stream yesterday.
Yeah, Kenny does sleep, believe it or not. There are times when he sleeps. Oh, and Gina's here. Thank you for being here, Gina, and
Hey, Van Life with Gina.
Thank you for being on the live stream later. Bree is here. TGIF. Thanks for being here. Hawkins Family Adventures. Nice to
Hey,
see you.
Hawkins Family Adventures.
And let's see. We got Tim Mobang for your bucks is
Hey,
here.
Mo Bank for your bucks. Hey,
Ashley
Amy.
Ratliff
Hey, Ashley Ratliff.
and Sharon Lewis is here. Cool.
Hey,
Thank you.
Sharon Lewis.
And I'm here, and you're here.
Hey.
Hey, A to Z Dan is here.
Hey, A to Z Dan. I've
You
been
wanted to
binge
meet A to
watching
Z,
his
you wanted to see
videos.
A to Z Dan in courtside and didn't get a chance to, huh?
I was wanting to get to meet A to Z Outdoors, but A to Z Dan, but he got sick, so I didn't get to actually meet him this time. So
Yeah. Hey, okay, we got Blue Mountain Moth here. Thank you for being
hey, Blue
here.
Mountain Moth.
Patrick from Have Cheetah Will View, and Patrick has some avocados for you.
Hey, have Cheetah will view Patrick. And no, I'm not eating no avocados.
We got Ray with Van Life Rocks here.
Hey, Van Life Rocks. Great
And
live earlier.
yep, definitely. The pancakes weren't great, but the live was great. How about that?
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, he'll get it down though. I thought the funniest comment, and I don't remember who said it, but the funniest comment was, "I hope you're not the cook at your restaurant." That's what that was kind of funny. Amy from Amethyst Hayes Adventures, thank you for being here.
Hey, Amy.
And Giddy Up and Go Melody is here. Thank
Hey,
you.
Giddy Up and Go Melody.
And there's Steve, Desert Adventures in Arizona. You're probably
Hey,
happy
Steve.
that this is a little bit earlier than the normal time. And Jay is here. Thank you for being here.
Did you say NJ?
And Jay and Kathleen Klein.
Hey, NJ and Kathleen Klein.
Yeah, there we go. A salted nut bar has to be better than Ray's blueberry cheese pancakes. Yeah, that is true. And then they've got a new hashtag going here. Salty nut roll.
Hey, Floss.
You're farther out down than I am. Well, I'm probably real far behind. That's what I. Crafty Traveler. Thank you for being here,
Hey,
Crafty
Traveler. Hey, the Dyson's Crazy Adventures.
Dyson's Crazy Adventures. Thank you. And
Non-nomadic Adventures.
hope you guys are all doing great. You notice that you see how I have the stream elements set up? That was about 5 minutes ago, but I still haven't. I've set it up, but I still haven't had time to enter anything to the stream elements. So it just keeps saying stream elements bot running. Tracy Oceanfire 777 is here. Thanks for coming. And then of course Marshall's here. And I think we already mentioned that, but it does. We can mention it again.
Leonardo.
Mayhem RV is here. Thanks for being here.
Hey,
Cody
Mayhem
Vlogs
RV.
Adventures.
Hey, Johnny's Journey.
Johnny's
Journey. I will have to go back and watch the replay of your live stream because I was actually asleep during your live stream.
You're sleeping on the job, Kenny. That's nothing new, though. Because, I know that you've slept in the past on the job. In fact, you know what came up yesterday on my feed is the live stream where you slept for a long time.
Really?
Where the 11-hour live stream or whatever it was.
I did over 15 and a half hour live.
15 and a half. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what it was. Yeah. That came up on my feed yesterday.
Well, I went back after that live uploaded. The thing about it is, the thing about that live is that I only got credited for 12 hours because YouTube doesn't allow you to upload.
You're right, because it says 11 hours and 55 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what it said.
Anyway, Blaine and Amy and Danny, they had to actually Facebook message call me on Saturday of the my Saturday morning. I think it was actually around noontime they called and said that I was still going around that time of the day, noontime on Saturday.
That's funny.
I
So
had it
yeah,
on, but I was still asleep. And when I woke up, I looked and I said, I've still got 30 people in here.
talking in your sleep. Yeah. Hey, you want to say hi to Diane Phoenix? I'm not sure that I did.
Hey, Diane Phoenix.
Also, Tim says, Kenny sleep? Very strange. Well, unless it's on a live stream. And Lillian Tittle's here. And I just don't want to miss anybody. So I'm trying to work through and catch up. And and Floss is here. You already mentioned. That's why you're good to have here, Kenny, because you catch all the stuff in the chat that I miss. So
hey, time for exploring. He got in here. Hey, Gracie Seeking Adventures.
And John Chalker.
Hey, John Chalker. Hey, Ava Potterfield and friends.
Hey, Ava. Cool. Thanks for coming. And I'm actually almost caught up. I'm at 7:53.
Hey, there's Pafford Homestead.
Oh, I saw, and you did a video for mail call from a package from them and a package from me.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, was that yesterday?
That was yesterday. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. I hope I got everybody. I'll try to come back.
Hey, Timmy Ray.
Kenny. So that salt and nut roll, you've never had that before, never heard of it before.
No.
And I showed it to you a couple times on live streams. And now you're going to actually give us your rating. So you rate on a scale of 1 to 10, right, Kenny?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Now I get the salt and nut rolls at Ace.
At Ace?
Is that Ace Hardware.
These kind of remind me. Does anybody remember the Payday candy bar?
Yeah, that's my favorite candy bar.
It's what these kind of remind me of.
By the way, I tried the chocolate covered Payday, and I don't think it's as good as the regular Payday.
You don't think it's as good as the regular Payday?
No.
All right. Taste test. Here we go. Mmm. On scale of 1 to 10, this is definitely 10, guys.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised. You almost rate everything except for avocados and mayonnaise a 10 anyway, pretty much. But I know there's been a few times that you've dipped down the scale a little bit. Hey, Timmy Ray the King is here, and Dakota, thank you for coming. So you're going to give that a 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Well, I'm glad you like it because I love those things. Those are awesome.
These things actually exactly taste just like a Payday candy bar.
Well, they're a little bit softer, I think. But hey, you know what? Gina's here.
And this one actually looks like it's got some marshmallow in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Is that one?
Hey,
what? Am I in the right spot? Because I seen somebody say nut roll in the chat. I'm like, am I in the right live?
Are you thinking that Kenny might be on the wrong panel?
I don't know because I just seen a nut roll there. What are we talking about? A nut roll.
Explain, Kenny.
This is a candy bar that is bought at Ace Hardware stores.
As long as it don't got nails in it, then we're all good.
It's got nuts, but no bolts. so it's okay.
That's okay. I was back here singing "I like big butts and I cannot lie," and then I popped. I was like, "Oh shit! I hope you don't pop me up while I was singing that."
Well, it wouldn't be a copyright infringement because it's a cover, right?
Right,
So,
and I don't see well. I don't sing well, so they probably wouldn't even recognize the song.
hey, I have a shirt on. Funny
Hey,
that you
don't show me your boobies. What are you
No,
doing?
no, look at.
Oh, what's that say? Oh, big bucks.
I like big bucks and I cannot lie.
There you go. There you go. That reminds me of a Christmas joke. Oh boy.
Can you say it?
Yeah, I can. I mean, I would say it on my show, but
Okay. Well, yeah, but
uh,
you just get rid of your shows if it gets too bad.
yeah, it ain't bad. It's not bad, you know. But I probably wouldn't tell it to a 5-year-old or a 10-year-old. Uh,
Okay. So cover your ears,
so
Kenny.
where do all the on Christmas when Santa Claus is out delivering presents? Where do all the mama reindeer go? They go to town to blow a few bucks.
So hopefully anybody that is too young to get that won't get it. So
Right.
that'll be good.
You know, they go spend money at Walmart.
You know, I need a drum roll on my keyboard. you you know,
I like big bucks and big bucks. Yeah, right. Right. I like Kathleen Klein. She's right on with that. Hello, everybody in the chat. I see them all out there. All those good-looking people. I think all the good-looking people are here tonight.
Yeah, well,
What?
Well, and some.
And some. I think we got the whole lunch pail, a bag of chips, and a Snicker bar out here in this audience. That's right.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna I want to dub my chat, and I hope this is okay with everybody. Fun seekers, because
Fun
everybody
seekers.
here is looking for fun, and I just changed my channel name to Fit for Expedition Fun Seekers. In case anybody didn't notice that.
So I can say I'm looking for fun.
You can say you're seeking fun. You're seeking fun. Hey, Bernae with Fairy.
Hey, I'm seeking Jason Momoa's new camper that he lives in.
Does he live in a camper now?
Yeah, him and Lisa Bonet split up, and he lives in one of those $300,000 campers on a Ford F-550.
Okay, so at least 300,000 probably, right?
At least 350,000,
yeah.
I'm guessing.
So I actually had a question for you I was going to ask later, but I'll ask it now.
What?
Okay, so you have a home base in Oregon.
Yes.
But you travel around, but mostly in Oregon, right?
Yeah, I don't leave Oregon very much.
Okay.
I haven't. Not in this van. I used to drive all over the United States. I was a truck driver, but I haven't left Oregon due to my family's here, my daughter's here, and a lot going on with the pacemaker stuff, you know.
Yeah, but you do travel around Oregon. You do
a little bit.
Yeah. So first off, is there anything that would get you to leave Oregon besides Jason Momoa?
Oh yeah, Bon Jovi.
John Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, She-Devil Adventures, thanks for coming. I actually missed somebody else in here.
I don't know. Somebody cooks really good and they're kind of cute and kind of funny. More funny than cute. I'd probably go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Inspired to Wanders here. Thank you for coming.
That's my girl.
Yeah. And so that would get you to leave, Jason Momoa. Okay.
No. He nah.
No?
I wouldn't know what to do with him if I got a hold of him. I'd just say, just stand down there at the foot of the bed and sing, boy.
Okay, so I was going to ask you if actually, that's not what I wanted. I'm trying to get to. Well, there we go. Bon Jovi still rocks. I have some of his newer stuff. Actually, I do have some of his newer.
I've
CDs.
seen him in concert twice. He has a cutie patootie. He does.
Does he?
Yeah.
Cass Love is here. Thanks for coming.
Hey,
Cass. Do you recommend people if they're going to be going into van life, that they would have a home base?
Yeah, if you can. I mean, like, this is not anything I own. I just rent a spot. I mean, any day they could say, I don't want you here or whatever. But, you know, I rent a spot here so I can plug in because it's close to my daughter and I've been helping her out a lot with babysitting. And, you know, I've had my pacemaker a couple of years, but I have like three of right now. It's been four appointments of the year I have to go to for them to speed it up and slow it down, speed it up and slow it down. So I have
Yeah.
to go in there for those. And right now, I couldn't drive down the street if I wanted to because the gas prices, dad gum, 5.25 for diesel,
Oh, in
and
Oregon?
in Oregon where I'm at,
Wow.
and unleaded, which is what I use, is 4.89 out here where I'm at.
I was going to ask you about that. Do you think that, and actually inflation is not great either,
No.
obviously. Do you think that that and the high gas prices are going to have an effect on nomad
Yeah. Yes.
lifestyles?
Especially nomads that live on a budget. I
Yeah.
don't think that they're going to be going too far too fast. They'll definitely have to slow travel, which most of them probably do anyway. I mean, if I was to travel, I would have to drive and stay somewhere for a week or two, and then drive and then stay somewhere for a week or two. If I was going to do a lot of traveling, that's how I would have to do it to be able to do it. And
Yeah.
so
I think that's the way to do it anyway, though.
I do too.
Stay on BLM for a week or two and then
Yeah.
move on to the next spot.
Right.
Like,
I mean, like the campground that we went to last year at the Oregon meetup, it was only $12 a night. Beautiful campground, and I mean, you could afford to stay there for, if you could afford that for a week or two, and then go find another place like that if you didn't want to be boondocking or there was no boondocking spots or whatever.
yeah. And I'm actually somewhat new to this. I mean, I've been building this box van for a while, but I mean, obviously I've camped a lot over my life, but as far as having this as my, tiny home on wheels, I still have my house, of course,
Right.
but I'm kind of new to this, but I've been doing that myself. I mean, I spent almost a week in Quartzsite and then almost a
Right.
week in Ehrenberg and then almost a week in Snyder Hill and just, like just different BLM areas. So,
I think there's a formula to it. If I believe if you can have a home base that you can go to, you should. Ideal. I mean, like if I could afford 2 acres here or an acre here and an acre in the middle of the states and an acre on the East Coast, if I could have that, I would have three home bases, and I could just float between them. But
yeah,
that's
wouldn't that
not
be awesome if you could?
that's
Yeah, that.
not reality. But I probably know enough people I could go across the United States and between boondocking or staying at rest stops or truck stops or whatever, I could make it all the way across the United States and visit people. I know enough people that I could do that, but
Yeah.
uh, that's not the real reason that's not the reason I don't travel though, because I don't think I could have a place to stay. It is definitely due to family and health.
Okay. Well,
They
um,
travel on donkeys. They come in.
so what is oh, and Kenny, you're watching for questions in the chat, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Okay. See, it's nice to have Kenny here because now I got four eyes, well, six.
Dakota's asking home base. If you're
Dakota?
asking me, Dakota, it's here in Southern Oregon. Home base is where I park at. But even if I didn't park in this spot, I would still stay in Southern Oregon.
So what reason did you go to Van Life?
I got real sick with my heart. A lot of people know this story. Most of y'all know the story. I got sick with my heart. Only 25% of my heart worked, and kind of went home to die. And from the hospital, and found Van Life. Kind of give me some inspiration to get up and move. And so I started going to the Y. Got my heart working better. Where I good enough at least where I could get a pacemaker, and got my pacemaker, and I couldn't work anymore. So the back pay on the disability I bought, which wasn't much, but I bought this old bread truck. It was an RV, but we stripped it out and converted it to how I felt it was comfortable. And that's why I moved in the van. And even if I didn't move in the van due to money, not having enough money to pay rent, but that's what it was going to be down to because I couldn't work. It would be down to that I live on disability, which is not much, and rent here, a decent place to live here is $1,200 at least. And so I would have had zero money left at the end of the month. So I chose to be able to open my back door wherever I want to, and bought this van. So
So is it a friend's property that you're at, or
Yeah, it's an old friend. I just asked him if I could rent a spot here. I have electric here, and so I can stay plugged in, and makes it easier. But I do have like a Blue Eddy. I can be off grid. I have a 1600 running watt generator. It's a quiet one. I can run even my air conditioner on that if I need to. So yeah, it's somebody I know that I rent a spot from.
okay? Yeah, going back to what you were talking about having multiple spots
Hmm.
if you could actually have multiple spots across the country to I would love to do that. You know, I
Hmm.
we're actually looking at maybe getting some property in Williams, Arizona,
Oh, nice.
and then I already have. Well, this is too close though. I already have property in New Mexico, but that's only, half a day's drive, so that's
Right.
not going to do it. I would like to get some stuff where Kenny is, some
Oh
property
yeah.
where Kenny lives.
My ideal situation, like I said, would be have three spots: one in the west, one in the east, and one in the middle. And I would put caches there. Like for prepping. I'd have some prep caches at all three spots, dude. I
Yeah.
think that would be insanely cool, and be able to have other nomads come to those and stay if they need to, or stay for a few nights for kind of like harvest host.
Uh huh.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah. I'm thinking shipping containers
Oh yeah, there you
is
go.
what I'm
There you
thinking on
go.
the two
Yeah,
pieces of property that I have.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Dakota's asking me what I pay for rent. Well, I pay 285, and that's including a spot, electric, and internet, uh, which ain't always good.
Yeah. There's a question from Lillian on here. How long have you lived in Oregon? Or did you already answer that? I don't think so.
No, I've lived in Oregon. I moved here the first time in 1985 from Oklahoma, and then I went back to Oklahoma and when I got married and bought a house. And after 7 years, the marriage went kaput. So I loaded up and moved back here, and I've been in Oregon ever since.
Okay. Yeah, because I know you said that you lived in Oklahoma,
Hmm.
right? You lived in Arizona
Hmm.
at one point also.
Yep, I grew up in a part of time in Arizona. When I was, my dad was a horseshoer, and he was a corrective shoer. He shoot at racetracks, so we were all over the place when I was a kid.
Is that a furrier? Is that what that
A
would be called?
farrier, yep, a farrier, yep,
A farrier? Okay.
yep.
Okay. Um, yeah,
My dad was a high dollar horseshoer. He did corrective shoeing and racehorse uh, at big tracks, and so we were all over the country.
okay. Yeah, that's so that's kind of like being a military brat, right? You're traveling around.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Um, I'm just trying to pull some. Yeah, that's true. I mean, but I think it's good to have a base camp though
I
because
do too.
you can keep some things. You want to keep
Yeah.
some things.
Well, and this as a base camp in that sense, I don't keep anything here. When I go camping or I'm gone for a week, everything that I have is with me in my van. This is just a spot that I dug all the blackberries out of it, put down some wood chips, put down some uh, roll roofing, and then put wood chips on it, and I just back in and out of it when I want to leave. And I got a cord that runs from the cabin here because it's way out in the country. And he ran a line for me to plug my laptop in so I could do lives, and so that's what I pay for here.
Okay, so I was wondering what's your weather like right there now?
It's cold right now. It was sunny today, but it was really cold. I'm thinking it didn't get any warmer than 35.
Really? So
Hmm.
is it wet?
It should be, but it's been exceptionally dry the last few years. That's why we've had so many forest fires.
I think we're getting your rain. We're getting your wet
Yeah,
because it's
yeah.
raining right now. Again, it's
I,
always raining here
we
now.
need rain here. I wish it'd come here. I like the rain. Uh,
There's a,
I
there's
see
a
a
question
question.
there about
Yeah. How often
there's
did your
adventures
family
in
move from
Arizona.
dad while dad was working? Um, it was just me and my dad. My dad raised me. We moved um during racing season. we'd be at a track for a month or two. Spent a lot of times at certain tracks like the racetrack in Flagstaff. Uh, I'm trying to remember the one in New Mexico. There's a big one in New Mexico. I think it was called Alameda Downs, maybe. Um,
Okay.
we were at a lot of tracks. Mostly though, Flagstaff, the one in Mexico, one in California, um, two in Oklahoma, and one in Texas. We kind of floated around them. We moved a lot.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I was I can shoe a horse. My back won't let me, but I mean,
Nowadays,
I
I mean,
grew up.
yeah.
I remember being 5 years old holding the horses for my dad. In a barn. We'd pull up to a breeding farm or something that you had to trim 20 horses in a day. I'd be holding the horse and he'd be trimming them. I was raised with horses, and I know a lot. I know more about horses probably than I do anything. But um, yeah,
When's the last time you went horseback riding?
um, probably 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, because I just don't know anybody around here with horses.
Yeah. I don't. You know what? I have horses all around me. I don't know anybody who has
Yeah,
horses
yeah,
either.
yeah. Kathleen. My dad was a rodeo. He was a cowboy. My dad was a true cowboy. I used to barrel race when I was a kid. Always at racetracks. I used to pony horses on the track in Stroud, Oklahoma. I ponied horses on the track. I mean, I was 12 ponying horses. So yeah, it was. I grew up with horses.
Hey, Mark Wolf. Thanks for showing up here.
Hey, Mark Wolf.
Yeah, you know Mark. Kenny, you met Mark in Quartzsite.
I
So
did,
he
yes.
doesn't have a channel, but he was hanging out with all of us
He,
crazy YouTubers in
he
Quartzsite.
was he was a lot of fun. He was a lot of fun to meet up with,
Yeah.
along with the rest of the gang that was
and
there.
it, and when we were kid, I mean, as far as school, a lot of the time it would be summertime, but during school, my dad would get like a month of homework, and I mean they'd let you do that. You'd take a month of homework and be gone a month and come back, and hopefully be on mark. So that's how I was raised.
Yeah. Cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's nice to be. So you were always traveling. You were always kind of a nomad.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I slept in mini campers. We had a. My dad built horse trailers also, but he had built a horse trailer that hauled our two horses. And in the front, he built, which now is the common thing with nice horse trailers. They build a little apartment in the front of it. Well, he built that when he built them. He was a heck of a welder. He could weld a bead like I've never seen on anything else.
Yeah.
And yeah, he built a nice two-horse trailer with a little apartment in front. We'd go to tracks and live out of that. And I remember, I mean, the memories of that were good of my dad were like every morning we'd be at the coffee shop, the little racetrack coffee shop, having breakfast, and that's where we would eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was raised like that. I loved it.
You, I wanted to ask you a little bit about because I know you talk about it sometimes on your chat on your
Hmm.
live streams, but not that much about your past in bands and as a musician.
Yep, yep. I played here in Oregon, here in Southern Oregon. I started playing guitar when I was pretty young, and but never really did a lot with it till I was about 25. And a friend of mine here, she sang really good. She sounded like Janis Joplin. Well, she was a friend then, but we started a band, and we played around here 5 years. Uh, uh, Several bars, the Owl Club, which is an old biker bar, uh, a Southern Oregon bar, another one in Medford. I mean, we played a good little circuit of bars for about 5 years. It was good money. I worked full time during the week, and on the weekend, that was the joy. I got to pay to do something I loved. But I made a deal with myself on that. If by 30, if I wasn't making a full time living on it, I wasn't going to do it anymore. So that's what I stuck to.
Ray's got a question for you.
What's safer
What's
to?
what's safer, two up on a motorcycle or two up on a horse?
I I love motorcycles too, Ray. I can ride a dirt bike pretty good. Uh, I'd say motorcycle because I mean, you can control a horse, but a horse has a mind, and it'll kind of have a mind of its own if you're not careful. Sometimes, I'd go two up on a motorcycle safer, depending on the driver.
Yeah, are you driving or is somebody else driving? I guess
Right,
that's
right.
it.
There's a great dirt bike trail here. Oh man, that's how I found out I was pregnant. By the way, we were riding dirt bikes. The dirt bike didn't tell me, but we were doing jumps, and somebody came off of a jump that a way they shouldn't have go, and they clipped. I was on the jump, and they clipped my front tire, and I flipped, and I broke my finger. All I did was hurt my finger, but my pinky went backwards. Well, we went to the hospital. And they go, "Are you pregnant?" I go, "No." And my husband sitting there goes, "No, we're not pregnant." I go, "Well, you're not pregnant, you nerd." And so they go, "Well, we're going to do a pregnant test because we want to do x-rays. We're going to do a pregnant test first." And they come back, "You're pregnant." And I looked at him. I said, "This is all because of dirt bikes. I'm done. I'm done with dirt bikes, you know." Yeah, that was, I didn't know I was pregnant. So I did quit riding dirt bikes for a while.
I don't think the dirt bike got you pregnant.
No, I don't think so either. Now that I think of it, I don't think so either.
Oh, by the way, there's a picture of you with your band on Facebook.
Yep.
So if anybody wants to go see the picture.
I was a young pup then. I was 25 years old. That was the first year.
Yeah. That was the first year that you guys played together?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was the name of the band?
Hard Promise.
Hard Promise.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys ever release anything or?
We didn't record anything. We played clubs. We'd had some originals, but we played mostly just clubs around here. And it was a lot of fun. I loved it.
Yeah.
We got okayed where the band thing came to a stop. I used to be kind of mean. I used to be kind of a mean person, but
Nate,
we got okayed for a USO tour, and our singer couldn't keep it straight or whatever. She just kept doing things you can't do to go on a USO tour.
Okay.
So we got disqualified from it. And so, yep, I beat her up.
Did you?
Yeah. I went to where she worked and drug her over the counter and said, "Okay, I'm done with you. I invested everything I had in this band. I'm done." And so that's how it ended. But we're friends now.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
Do you have any other stories that you can share from the day that you can share on YouTube from those days?
Oh my God. Let's see. We were playing it's a rowdy bar. I call it a chicken wire fence bar. There was no chicken wire, but there should have been.
I know what
around
you mean.
The stage, And so there was we were playing, what song was it? Oh, Unskinny Bop by Poison. It's kind of a rowdy song. And so our drummer, his name was Rusty. Rusty Church was literally his name, Rusty Church. And there's girls dance. I'm in front because I'm playing guitar, and then the singer, and then the other guitar. But this girl's right in front of me, looking between me and the singer at Rusty. He was really cute. And she's dancing. She kept doing this to me, move. And there was not a lot of room to move. I'm like, what? And Rusty, I look back at Rusty, and he's like this, looking at her, All of a sudden, she just raises this leather dress. I'm saying she had nothing on. And
he loves you.
And the song got really fast. I'm like, dude, slow it down, because he's keeping the beat. It was a horrible night, right? But she just flashed him, and he couldn't slow the song down. I'm like, oh, Lord. But yeah. Question, Gina, tell us about how you come to be on 5K. Well, Jacob, he's not feeling good. He's sleeping over here. I got him when I didn't have cats. He's 13 now. I got him when he was a handful. Some kids were throwing him in the air. I took him away from him, adopted him, rescued him, whatever you want to call it. Then my daughter got a cat, and she moved away from home and couldn't take the cat, but she didn't have the money to get it spayed. Well, before I could get her spayed, she got pregnant. So I ended up with 2 of her babies. Well, I gave the third one away. And the day I moved into the van, the lady I'd given the cat to had let it get pregnant. It had kittens. Well, she got ran over. And I said, well, here's the kitten left. And she goes, I don't want it. And was just going to leave it outside. So I threw him in here. That's how I ended up with 5. So I have my cat, Jacob, my daughter's cat, Cleo, and a son and daughter from Cleo, and then the grandson Jacob, or the grandson Doc. So, yep.
There's also another question for you on the screen, which is, if a movie was made of your life, who would play you?
Oh my God. Um, Roseanne Barr, maybe.
It's in a bar.
Yeah, I think she caught a lot of flack, but she used to be pretty funny.
Yeah, definitely
I
funny.
I mean, there's nothing like her show. I mean, that was just like real life to me. My favorite show of that is when she calls the electric company trying to buy time, so she mails them the gas bill and mails the gas money to the electric company, and so they can't cash the check. So that I could kind of relate to that. I grew up poor. I was like, oh yeah, that's good. Or how you make a meatloaf with a whole box of cereal compared to 1 pound of hamburger meat. She goes, I can make it go for a long ways. Just add a box of cereal to it. There you go.
Yeah. I think your cats are like stars on your
Yeah,
channel.
they are the YouTube stars. I not. I not.
Um, Kenny, you have
Yes, sir.
anything you want to know from Gina? Any questions for Gina? I'm putting Kenny on the spot.
No.
Yeah. He probably only got questions for those girls on Tinder.
No.
Swipe,
Yep.
swipe,
No.
swipe,
No,
swipe,
no.
swipe, swipe.
No, no.
Hey Ray, you got a motorcycle yet? Let's go ride.
No, I just uh love her channel and looking forward to getting to meet her in person one day.
I
Yeah, how
love
are we
you
going to
too,
make that
dude.
work? How are we
Come to
going
the
to meet
Oregon
you?
meetup.
Yeah, so you're going to the Oregon meetup, and you looking forward to that?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun. There's going to be a lot of people there from the sound of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you yeah, well, you already know a lot of people. In fact, I was going to ask you about that. Um YouTube channels that you came in with, YouTube channels that were influences. I know you already talked about Chrome, but are there other channels? And not even
Absolutely.
I'm not even talking about
Absolutely.
van life channels. I'm talking
No,
about
I don't watch that many van life channels. I do watch van life channels to find new people,
uh-huh.
but channels that I learn from and that I enjoy. Well, a couple of them happen to be van life, but they're huge, like Eamon and Beck. But they're just not van life. I like their cabin life stuff, but I'm really saddened because bless her heart, she's got cancer right now. So I've really been trying to stay up with them, and prayers go out to Eamon and Beck. Also, I like Van Wives. The reason I watch those is how they film. I mean, they have high dollar cameras. They don't use iPhones, put it that way, but they film and they edit amazing. And then somebody I really, really watch a lot is Peter McKinnon for filming. Nobody is a better cinematographer or photographer, in my opinion, than him. And then the biggest channel I watch is probably Rick Beato. He's a musician. Um, he teaches music too, but he does a series of what makes the song good, and mostly rock. He breaks the songs down, but I think he has like 6 million subscribers or something like that. But he's awesome to watch, Rick Beato.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm trying to catch him. Damn it.
At the rate my channel's growing, I figured it out. I think it'd be around 60 years before I was at 50,000 subscribers.
Well, and two other channels I watch. You guys really should check these next two out if you like outdoors. Lost Lakes. There's nothing like Lost Lakes. I watch that show every night before I go to bed. I'll put the playlist on and I watch that show. It is so awesome. And also Trout and Coffee. And Trout and Coffee, this dude can tell a story and he's an awesome cinematographer. I told Tracy about him and I know she watches him faithfully, I think. She sent me some coffee from his channel. Best coffee ever. Red October. It was so good. But those are two though, and he's not that big. He maybe 300,000, but he is awesome.
300,000 is pretty big. I mean, it's no
Yeah,
booty
but
pie, but you know what I mean.
It's no mill. When you hit that mill, things are popping then.
Yeah.
But
Right. Then you're growing. Then you're growing by a couple thousand a day, right? I mean, it's like
right.
just
I
overnight.
mean, where I'm at, it'll take me forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Got
Yeah.
a
You have helped.
$2.99 super chat there.
There
Or
you
super
go.
sticker.
Oh, thank you.
20 cents.
See, I don't have that much experience with the super chats and everything. I don't get that many. But what
Right.
I'm gonna do is I have to play the video, right?
There you go.
That's how it works, right? Okay. Thank you. Thanks for catching that too, Kenny.
Hey, Camping Katie, I actually got to meet her at that Q22 meetup as well.
Yep. Glad you're here. Thanks for coming.
But I think as far as telling the story and stuff, and just being one with what you're doing, Lost Lakes and Trout and Coffee are the best out there.
But so Trout and Coffee sounds like a fishing channel, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's not necessarily. No, not really. Trout and Coffee. It's filmed. He lives in, I think, maybe Vermont or Maine, and you know how pretty the colors are there. But he lives in a very small town, and it's kind of a day in the life. He don't release a lot of videos, but when he does, it's a 30 to a 40-minute video, but it's one of the best videos out there. He tells the story of what's going on, like the videos are called "A Hot Summer Day in a Small North New England Town" or a cold Christmas night in a New England town, and how he tells the story and shows his life is really appealing and really relaxing, and it just kind of almost ASMR. I mean, it's just kind of, you sink into the show. At least I do, and I just love it.
Yeah. So you just kind of feel like you're becoming part of just the
Yes,
atmosphere.
and his voice. I mean, he probably has a $20,000 camera, but his voice when he talks, you can tell it's all overdone in a studio, but it's so good and so you can just feel it. And I think people in their creative, what they create, if they can give you a feeling, then they've done their job. You know, it's just like when I had Pearl singing, she can cause a feeling by her songs, and to me, that's doing your job of what you're doing. You know, your creation has come to life then because you gave a feeling to somebody, whether it be good or bad. You gave them a memory or a feeling, and I think that's what it's all about when you're a creator.
Yeah. What kind of cameras do you use?
iPhone 12 is what I'm using.
Okay. You're just using your phone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use my phone. I only use the GoPro.
Yeah, I'd like to get a GoPro, but they're kind of spendy.
Well, mine was only $200 as a GoPro.
And I don't know that if I can get I'm not tech savvy, and I don't know if I could get the footage from it to my iPad. I edit on my iPad, so I don't know how I would get the footage. I'm sure there's a way, but
I mean, yeah, you can actually. There's an app that you can actually just.
Don't tell me you got to buy a dongle. I like that word dongle.
No dongles involved.
Dang it! I bought a dongle.
Are they gonna demonetize this live stream because we just said that?
Dongle? No, dongle is a part for cameras.
I know.
Yeah. But when I first seen that, I thought to myself, here's what I thought. Who thought the name of this up?
Yeah, no kidding.
Why wouldn't it be called a D112 of something, blah, blah, blah? Why did they call it a dongle?
Yeah.
Either he was a stoner or he was drunk, one or the other. Nothing wrong with either, but I'm just saying, hey, I'm going to call this a dongle.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Dakota has a question, says, QQ, Gina, did you email Chrome for Paul to film
I did, but I didn't get anything back from this, but he's down south now. But there's also Chrome has a place I can send a video that I do of myself of the van, and he'll put it on there. Hey, Fairy Dust.
Hey, Fairy Dust.
I thought there was gonna be another question there. I do have another question for you though. So like you have your channel, you put something out almost every day.
I try to.
And how your videos are shorter? Usually they're around 5 minutes or so, right? For the most part.
Yeah, I try to do a long one at least once a week, and
Right.
then 5 to 8 minutes on the other ones.
Okay. Okay. So you watch these other channels that aren't van life channels and they're not
Right.
travel channels and that kind of thing. Well, they might be travel channels, but they're not necessarily van life channels.
Uh huh.
Is there any kind of video that you would want to do on your channel? Well, not on your channel, because I know with, you know, it kind of hurts the rhythm and all that stuff on your channel if you go off, like if you do like I do and just film anything and don't try and stick to a target.
I film anything and everything. And somebody said Pearl's in the chat. Hello, Pearl. If she's in the chat, I didn't see her, but hello. No, my channel, I consider it a vlog more than a van life channel. I consider it more of a vlog. I consider it my life in a van.
Okay.
And if you'll watch, my life's not exciting. I try to make it interesting by the editing, but I don't know why people find it fun to watch. Maybe because they don't live in a small space, and that's intriguing. But I just try to just show what I do, and if you're interested, that's way cool. And if not, that's the way it goes. But I get flack for short videos. I get flack for long videos. I did a video about that, and I kind of just like I did a video the other day about Eastern wisdom. Uh, and I went to sleep reading about this, and then I found some videos, and I woke up thinking I'm going to do a video about how I feel about what was said in that article, or you know, it's really my channel is just about me living in a van. It's not necessarily about traveling or anything like that. It's just about my life in my van, and it would be no different in my life in an apartment, because I live the same. I pretty much do. So
Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Ray, thanks for dropping Gina's link, and actually also, and any of the mods that are in here, make sure you drop your links because we're probably only going to be up for about 6, 7, 8 more minutes. So,
thank you guys for all the compliments. Thank you for watching my videos. You guys are amazing. All of you guys are.
well, you're amazing. You're
Oh, thank
awesome.
you, darling.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why people come across that way to you because you're so good to them. They're good to you. You know what I mean? It's like
I
this.
if I could do any videos I want, I would just love to do live. When I do a live, I just love to play music, but I have to pull them because I do. But I like to see people having fun in the chat when they get involved in music, and
Yeah,
that's my favorite part of lives. Especially if I can have people on like Pearl or like Ava and Doug when they sing or people are enjoying that. To me, that is the best thing about live streams.
yeah. I wish that you could. That I'm not just you, but me. I mean, because I'm
Hmm.
very into music too. I've got a
Yeah.
huge thousands of records and this giant music collection. I wish I could play
You're
music
right.
on my live streams or on my
I
videos.
I mean, one of my favorite shows is probably when I had the top 5 most sexiest songs, and I had guests up there, and we were all discussing what song was sexy, and we'd play it, and it was funny. The guys picked these slow love songs. I'm just like the only good slow song in all that
I
list of
remember
love.
that.
Yeah, my favorite is "Let's Get It On." That was a good one. But see, now I find a song that somebody gets stripped to be sexy. So that's what I was playing. Those crazy songs, and I just love having fun that way. And I think music gives us a way to all express how we feel or express what we're thinking, or it's a way that we can express whether we're playing the music ourselves or we're just playing it on the radio or buying the cd. That's like old school, but
Hey,
buying
you know what?
you know
I just see this book behind me. Can you see this?
Hey,
yeah, yeah,
hostess
That's a
and
third of my
Tuber
CD
Cat.
collection that I bring in the box fan with me.
right there you go. And so
I have
it's like
1,200 CDs. Yeah.
and music to me, people that know me, if I'm not feeling well or if I'm down, I can go to YouTube and find probably one of my favorite songs to listen to, and it's not my favorite song to play on guitar or anything, is "You Make Me Feel Like Dancing" by Leo Sayer. I can
Hmm.
play that, puts me in an instant good mood, or "You're the One That I Want" by Grease. That kind of stuff just puts me in a good mood, gets my mind off what's bothering me, or if I'm just not feeling good, it gets my mind off of it. Music is kind of a healer to me. So yeah, I love music.
Hey, Tuber Chat's here. I wanted to say hi, and also Hope
Hello,
Bus
Tuber
is
Chat.
here.
And also
Yes.
Paul Vines. Paul Vines is in
Hey,
Oh,
here.
Paul
Paul.
Vines.
Hey,
Yeah, I know
Paul
Paul.
Vines.
8-track. Oh, I had an 8-track. The last 8-track I had, I believe, might have been ACDC or Foghat or something like that.
That you know what? I just found an 8-track around my 8-track tape around my
I
house the other
love
day,
having me an 8-track.
and it was Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes.
Oh
Not
yeah,
just Ted Nugent, but
yeah.
before that, yeah.
Well, one of my favorite old bands. Not many people know them, and Sammy Hagar came from them. Is Montrose.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember Montrose, but
Yep, I do.
Montrose was good.
Yeah.
And I am a Sammy Hagar fanatic. I love him. I seen him with Van Halen, and I seen him by himself, and
I'm a Sammy
so
Hagar.
good.
I'm a Sammy Hagar fan by himself, but
Yeah.
not with Van Halen.
See, I liked him with Van Halen because I think that David Lee Roth. I mean, there's no other frontman like David Lee Roth, but he added something. He made Van Halen sound different, which that was allowed Van Halen to keep going. So that's why I like it.
That's true. But the one that actually helped them get to where they were was David Lee Roth, because he was also
Oh
kind
yeah.
of a manager at the same
You know
time.
what he used to. You know what he is also now. He's a paramedic, right?
Yep, I did see that. Actually, I don't think he's doing it anymore, but yes, he did
Yeah, he
do
was a
that.
paramedic for a lot of years though.
Yep, in New York.
Mm-hmm. You know
Hey,
what
Mike
Eddie
Shaw.
Money used to be, don't you?
What's that?
You know what Eddie Money used to
He was
be,
a
don't
cop.
you? Yep. Yep.
Yep, he
Yep.
was a cop.
I have a lot of friends that are cops now. I don't know. That's what YouTube's done for me. Lord have mercy.
You'd have been running from them years
I
ago.
know. I'd have been like, why you want to be my friend?
Hey, Mike Shaw TV.
Yep, Mike Shaw's here. Thanks for coming. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything, because I had a bunch of questions that I was going to ask, and we kind of went
Well,
over a
ask
lot of
them
them.
on. You can
We
ask. I'm
we
here.
went over almost everything, but
Cool.
um
You know what Huey Lewis used to do for a living, don't you?
no, I don't.
Construction worker. You know what Bon Jovi used to do for a living? He
No.
worked at Kenny's Shoe Warehouse or whatever it was called. Kenny's Shoes. Yeah.
Kenny Shoes.
Man.
I remember Kenny Shoes.
Yeah, I'd be like, John, you could put that shoe on me, boy. Boy. Yeah.
How about, do you remember Tom McCann's?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. Okay, so I know you do videos on this stuff a lot, but you have certain things that that I would consider to be like amenities in your van. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What would you say? And you and I have more room because
Right.
we have bigger vehicles than just a standard van.
Mm-hmm.
But what would you say would be your top 5 or 6 things that you would recommend someone having in their
Diesel heater.
diesel heater?
A fridge.
Yeah.
And because I lived the first 2 years without that.
So when you say fridge, you mean in not a cooler, but a fridge?
A fridge. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say Dometic fridge. Uh, uh, like the CFX models, if you can get, and you can get them. I've seen some used actually on eBay that were really reasonable price, but also the air conditioner. I
Yeah.
like to be comfortable, and comfort is not part of van life. Nobody ever said to be comfortable, I'm moving into my van. That's not a fact.
Yeah.
But I like to make it as comfortable as possible for me because I can. I'm plugged in. But I also have, so the next on that next list would be my portable generator and my solar generator, my Blue Eddy. So the portable generator can run my air conditioner with no problem, and uh, the the Blue Eddy can run my fridge or my CPAP machine with no problem. So
And it can
yeah,
also, and your gas generator can charge your Blue Eddy
if I don't have
also.
sun, yep.
Yeah.
So that's it. And I have a house battery that I run my diesel heater off of, but I have a trickle charger that I keep on it because I'm plugged in. So it keeps that battery charged, and I run my diesel heater off that.
Okay. Kenny, is anybody going live that you know of? Ron Darrell?
He won't be going live for another, I'd say at least another hour or so.
Okay, I was just gonna do a raid to his live stream if he was doing it. Usually when we end, it's later, and Ron's doing his live stream, so that's why I was asking that.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here. And like I said, I'm trying this out. Fun Seekers. So hopefully everybody likes that as far as
Isn't there a rock song called Heat Seeker?
you know what, we kind of got ourselves almost in trouble a couple weeks ago talking about heat-seeking missiles, and it turned into a little risque conversation. So I was going to tell you though, this is kind of funny. Kenny and I were talking about coffee on one of the live streams.
Uh-huh.
In the chat, everybody, we were all talking about coffee. I got demonetized.
What kind of coffee were we talking about?
Coffee.
No name?
No, I don't think did we talk about brand names, Kenny?
So
I don't think so.
you can check to see why it was demonetized. It should tell you why.
I challenged or whatever you want to call it, and they turned it around. But I think it's too late by then. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, that's a lot of a plan. A lot of time YouTube does that. Like, like I've had videos. Okay, the birthday song is, you can't have the birthday song, but that song is old enough that you should be able to, because it's public domain, is what I was understanding. And we did my birthday video, my first year on YouTube, my birthday holiday thing or birthday thing, and they demonetized. But I wasn't even monetized, but they said I couldn't monetize that video. I didn't worry about it, but because of that song.
Yeah, you don't worry about that. It doesn't seem like it anyway.
No, if I do a live and I'm going to play music, I just pull the live.
Yeah.
I don't even monetize it if I know ahead of time. I usually don't monetize my lives anyway.
Okay. Hey, I think Ron's just got here. Ron Darrell. So.
Yeah, Ron Darrell's in here.
He is? Okay. You don't see anybody want to go live? Okay. We won't do that then. Hey, make sure if you're a mod that you drop your links, because we're out of here in just a minute. And I want to thank you, Gina, for being on here, because
thank you for having me.
I'm really there was another question I wanted to ask you about real quick.
It costs you $1. Go ahead. I'm just joking.
Okay. Do you use like one of those ring lights in front of you?
Nope.
No, you don't?
No.
You just use the lights in your van?
Yeah, only thing that's the backlight is just some rope light, and then I have a lamp right here with a t-shirt over it so it's not orange, and then the light off my screen on my computer.
Okay. That's pretty much what I'm doing too. I mean, not rope lights.
Yeah, no, you look fine. I on lives I don't worry about it too much. Like, I wasn't even going to put my mic up, but if I don't have my mic up, my diesel heater, the fan makes a little bit of a noise, and this is a real directional mic, so if I'm in front of it, it don't really pick up that diesel heater noise. So
gotcha. Okay, well, thanks, Gina, for being here, and Kenny, as always. Kenny's always here. So if you come back next Wednesday, Kenny will be here, right?
I'll be here. Yeah. Here's a question. Menu was talking about how we have Android devices. And the YouTube Studio still doesn't count down the number of comments. Has anybody else had that experience on their
YouTube
Android?
Studio?
Yeah, so if you're in YouTube Studio
on a phone is so different, on whether it be an iPhone or Android, is so different than it is on my MacBook or my iPad.
Okay. Yeah, because it gives you a number of how many comments you have not replied to on the top right corner. Do you have that too?
Yeah.
It's not ticking down.
They'll probably fix
on his either.
It's not. See, I never noticed that. I just look every day to see if I got comments I haven't replied to. But what's been happening on mine is comments have been disappearing.
My replies have been disappearing.
Right. So, like, I think Anjay was one of them. Comments were disappearing. Patty Crane was one of them. And there was not, or they would go to help for review, and all it would be, "Hi, Gina, how are you? I hope you're doing fine." And it was in review, and I'm like, what? So, YouTube's a big place. A lot of people, a lot of bots or whatever they do go through that stuff, and I just think it's mistakes.
And that's why the coffee thing got demonetized.
Yeah.
They just didn't. It was somebody picked something.
Coffee.
Adventures in Xanadu.
Mansions and Xanadu, thanks for coming, but we're actually just about to shut down. So thanks, Gina, again, and thanks everybody in the chat. And we will
Bye, everybody in the
see
chat.
you next week, although I am going to try to run my exit
Night, everyone
video.
in the chat.
All right. Thank you for having me. I'll see you all later.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, if you like the videos that we post here on the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you like this particular video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to leave a comment, that would be great, because I will definitely get back to you and share these videos with your friends if you think they would enjoy them. This has been Greg with Fit for Expedition. See you next time.